Hey guys, y'all don't know this, well you do now, but this is take two. I already recorded a 20-minute training and we were using Brad's new GoPro that all of you helped get him for Christmas. Thank you very much. And we're learning how to use this thing apparently. Good thing we are trying it now rather than at an actual training event. But we realized that the case that he had on the camera allowed no audio. So you wouldn't have been able to hear anything that I was saying. So we are starting all over and, take two, I guess you could say. I want to start with you. As you can see, I'm still in the bed recovering from my total ankle replacement. Woohoo! And but that doesn't mean that I can't take some time to spend with all of you. And so just wanted to send y'all some encouragement and some tips and training for the new year. I want to start with a little encouragement from actually our pastor at church. I posted this on his Facebook. You may have seen it. I think I shared it, but I'm going to share it anyway because I think it's worth repeating. It says, "Let faith be seen in 2015. Very few people will read the Bible, but quite a few people will read the believer. Not many people will read biblical facts, but many will observe how the believer acts. In other words, they may not read our creeds, but they will most likely observe our deeds. You're writing a gospel, a chapter each day, by the deeds that you do and by the words that you say. Men read what you write, whether faithless or true. So what is the gospel according to you?" Matthew 5:16 says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." James 2:18 says, "But someone will say, 'You have faith and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works.'" It's just a little encouragement for you. Also, we have picked a verse for our family and our business for 2015. If you were able to come to the Southern Jewels Christmas celebration that we had, then you would have, you're already familiar with that, but basically it's kind of a twist on the words on 2 Samuel 23:5, and I love this. This grabbed me about a month ago, and I was like, that's it. That is our verse for 2015, and it says, "His agreement is eternal, final, and sealed. He will constantly look after my success." Don't you love that? His agreement is eternal, final, sealed. He will constantly look after my success. And that's just, we are claiming that verse for our business this year, for our family. And so I just encourage you, you're welcome to use that one, or pray for God to just show you in His Word a verse that you can claim for encouragement for you for your year. And He will definitely guide you to the right one for you. Or like I said, you are welcome to use ours. This is the time of year when people start setting resolutions. And so it's a perfect time for you to set goals for your business as well. I know many of you are already doing that. I've heard from some of you and really excited about your goals for 2015. Of course, many of you, your goal is to attend rally this weekend. Yay! Can't wait! Saturday. What time is it? It's rally time. Oh, sorry. Okay. So, no, I'm not on narcotics anymore, so you can't blame that on the drugs. So we are going to be in Atlanta for our regional rally. We're going to come on Friday night, and so for any of you that can join us at the Drury Inn Friday night, we will be hanging out. We're going to have our family dinner that we do once a month. We're just going to do there, just visit and hang out with everyone and just spend some great time fellowshipping together in anticipation for Saturday's rally. If you can't make it Friday night and just meet us there Saturday morning, text me, keep in touch with me, let me know you're on your way because I'm going to be going crazy, wondering where you are. And we'll help you get registered and set up somewhere, and we'll be taking lots of pictures. Remember, we're in charge of social media for regional rally, so plan to see your face on Premier's webpage. So excited about that. But this is a good time to set your goals. If you don't have a goal, or if you've still been on the fence about going to rally, it is not too late. Premier does not want a single person to miss out. Y'all, it's usually never like that. They have cutoff dates and they're serious about them. This year, they don't want anybody to miss it. It's our 30th year and everything is going to be huge. And we want you to experience the heart of Premier. That's what rally is all about. You can hear us talk about it. You can hear other people talk about it. You can see the pictures on Facebook, but it is not the same as being there and truly experiencing it. And you will really learn about the true heart of this company. And then you know what? When you learn that, those replacement exchanges, you just brush them off. It's not a big deal. It's a way for you to serve your customer. When you have a customer complaint or a disgruntled hostess, or when those sticky things come up, you remember that there's a bigger picture. Premier is not really just about me. It's not really just about you. It's about touching those lives. And so it's really amazing to get that encouragement from Riley. So call Premier tomorrow and tell him you want to go. Okay. Set other goals. How many shows do you want to do this year? What are your financial needs? And then you need a plan. You need a plan to reach those goals. Maybe you have a goal to get those prizes from that awesome email you got earlier this week. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I want the jacket, the jewelry, the massage, everything. And hopefully you've gotten more than one email about that. So super excited. If you don't know what that means, ask me. But be sure that you're setting goals. And if you'd like to set a goal planning session with me where we sit down and just look at your specific goals and needs and come up with a plan, then shoot me a message. We'll plan a time to get together and do that. And it's just really important. If you plan to fail, if you fail to plan, it is the same as planning to fail. So you want to be sure that you're setting goals. Also, you want to reaffirm your why. This is a really great time of year to consider. Why am I going to take the time? Why am I working this business? What is this about to me? What's it about for my family? I can tell you 5 years ago, our why was very different than what it is today. 5 years ago, our why was money. It was $200 a month to pay on our debt snowball. Brad and I were both working full-time jobs, had great careers, and that was our why. We wanted to get out of debt. Today, my why is very different. Today, my why is I don't want to go back to that 40-hour work week. I want to be a work-from-home mom. I want to homeschool my boys and invest in their lives while they're still young. And so I want my business to be the blessing that allows me to do that. And so we're working really hard this year to enrich the lives of others, help you have a successful business, and help others, because in turn that will bless us. And so I love how the trickle-down effect works that way. The next thing I'm going to go over is just give you some organization tips, tell you some of the things that I'm doing. This is your business. You can do it however you want to, but I love passing on information. I love copying what other people do, and so a lot of that is what I've done. I'm teachable, if anything. Hey, show me and I can do it. So I'm going to show you what I've learned from some other people and what I'm doing this year, and hopefully will help you. The first thing we're going to talk about is your calendar. If you don't have the Premier calendar, you don't have to have this. You can, go to Walmart and just get a month at a glance calendar. But I'll tell you, for the $12 or $15 or however much these are, it's worth it. It really is a good investment, and they're fun, they're colorful, they're girly. So that hits on my Singlet side. But my cleric side that really likes detail and planning, it touches on that too. It talks about goal setting. It has things specific to your business every month. It has goals for every month and a way to track how you're staying on target with your goals. So it's just a fun thing. Quotes from Andy and positive encouragement, scripture, and things in here too. And for example, Proverbs 16:9, we can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps. And so you always want to pray over your calendar. That is very important. I pray that as I'm planning out my calendar, that He will fill the dates that I'm putting out there for shows and so forth. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my color coding system. You've probably heard this before, but if you haven't, this might be new to you, or it could be a reminder. But I was taught very early on in my business by my sponsor, Amber McCutcheon, to color code my calendar. And you can do this with highlighters or Post-it notes. I do a little bit of both. And for my colors, green means personal. And, Premier's philosophy is God first, family second, and your business third. So, of course, my church stuff and events like that go in, and then my family events. And so my family events and church events, stuff like that, is all highlighted in green. And that just indicates to me that's something going on with my family. The next thing that I put in there is training. Training is the very next thing that goes in. And I don't mean training for this month. If you go through my entire calendar, let's flip over to April, you can see training is already put in my calendar. If you flip over to June, training is already in my calendar. So just know that training is really what keeps you encouraged, and those who are encouraged will flourish. And so we have found that to be true in our 5 years in this business. So as far as training dates go, we'll flip over to February, because this month we have Rally. That's our big training. We do have some tax trainings coming up that are posted on the Southern Shoals Facebook page that you can see. But typically the way training works is the second Monday of every month is going to be Team Atala. The third Tuesday of every month is Team Gardendale. And so Misty Bartlett hosts that one. Amber McCutcheon hosts the Atala one. These are crucial. You don't have to go to both. Pick one. Pick one you're closest to and commit to going. If you wait and put these in later or wait for a reminder, you're going to have something else that's going to come up. These should be priority on your calendar. They should be there, and you should plan to go. If you have to rearrange a work schedule or make an adjustment with kids, you have plenty of time every single month to know when they are and to plan to be there, because I promise you it works. That's all I can really say about that is go. I have people all the time say, what can I do to help my business? Come to training. There you go. There's the answer. All right. The next thing that I do is I decide, when am I open for business? If you were going to open a bakery, you would want to put a sign on the door. You'd want to advertise somehow to your customers, what are your hours? When are you open? When are you open for business? When can they come and do business with you? So the same thing with your calendar. It is your open for business sign. And so I use pink for my jewelry shows. So I go through, and I love these little sticky Post-it notes. These are these little mini tabs. They are a little long. You can see for this, if you're using a different calendar, they might fit, but I just fold it and stick it on. It's not a big deal. Some people cut them off. I actually like the extra tab, because if I want to write a little note or something, I can actually just pull that out and put my little note and then fold it back in there. So I can put extra information on there if I want to. I like the sticky notes because they keep my calendar from getting cluttered or a mess. Let's just say, for example, that this lady who is scheduled for February the 5th, if she needed to change her date for some reason, all I'd have to do is take her sticky note and move it. Simple enough. Or if she calls and says, I've got to reschedule, I've had a death in the family, it's terrible, I really want to do my show, but I don't know when, then I'm going to take and I'm going to put her not on the calendar at a different page, but I'm going to put her in a prospect or follow-up call, another place in my calendar, as a reminder to me that I need to follow up with her. Okay? So, I have had people say, oh, well, what if you lose your sticky notes or something happens? I didn't have a problem with it. I did this all last year. If you wanted to do kind of a backup system, every week, shoot a picture of it with your cell phone, and that will at least keep you on track. If maybe you've got a sticky finger toddler running around or something that you think they might get a hold of it and move things around on you, then that'll keep you, have a reference to go back to. All right, the next thing that I want to point out is blue. You will see blue different places. These are times that we are going to share the opportunity of Premier with other people. We are basically putting the marketing plan in front of somebody, and that's important too. If you have a goal or desire to grow your Premier family, a jewelry show, that's income for an evening, and that's great. But when you sponsor and you grow a Premier family, you're blessing others, and that's income for a lifetime. So that's something that you don't want to miss out on in your business. And so I highlight those times in blue. You want to be sure that you're on Amber McCutcheon's Facebook page for her Premier family. If you're not, message her or me and let me know. We'll add you, because she is doing weekly group opportunity presentations at her house. They're kind of like fund to shares. They're different themes. They're super fun. There's always some kind of little snack. They're at her house. And it's not the week that we have training because there's always an opportunity to present at training. You can always bring guests to that. But other nights, there'll be OPs set up at her house. And so that's a huge time commitment that she's making to us. And so I just encourage you, grab a friend and go. Every time, even if it's somebody that you don't think would be interested in this business, just ask them, say, hey, do me a favor, go with me. Because every time you hear it, the easier it's going to be for you to share that information with somebody later. But that's just an opportunity for you to work smarter, not harder. You're in this business for yourself, but not by yourself. Use us. Use your leaders to help you grow your business. One of the ways that we're going to be doing that, y'all might remember our Wednesday night opportunity calls. The ring in for Bling. We're starting that back up. And it's actually starting this Wednesday. And every single Wednesday night at 8:15 for 2015, other than the week I believe that we're at National Rally, it's already in the calendar for the opportunity call. We will probably have some guests once a month actually doing the call. The guest could even be one of you. So be sure that you're keeping in touch with that. That flyer that we post on there with the cute little phone that says ring in for Bling, save it. It's always going to be the same number, the same code to call into. And you can even print that from your phone to Walgreens or CVS or Walmart in 4x6 photos and pass them out at your jewelry shows. You can watch for coupons and print those really cheap. That's what I've done. And so you're constantly giving people information and a way for you to get them in front of the opportunity without you necessarily having to personally be responsible for it. It's a live call. We have Q&A, question and answer time at the end, so they can ask us questions and so forth. Even when we do have a guest doing it, we will still be on the call as well, if at all possible. There might be times that we've got a guest because we're going to be in Canada or something like that going on. But 99% of the time, we're going to be on that call helping to answer questions at the end. And we had a lot of success with this last year. So use this opportunity. Doesn't do me any good every Wednesday night to get there on the phone and sit there by myself. Invite people. Okay? What else? I think that's about it for the calendar. Just be sure that you are planning and scheduling your business. You can see I've already got show spots scheduled. I know how many shows I need to do a month, and I've got those times listed out and scheduled, as well as my trainings and my opportunities to share put out there. Okay, so hopefully that will help you with your calendar. All right, the next thing that I want to share with you, I'm excited about this. This is called the Bling Bag. Love it. And bling means cha-ching. If you use this bag properly, it's going to help you in your business, which means it's going to help you make money. So we know that nobody's in this business to get poor. So hopefully you're in this business to make a little money, and you can definitely do that if you work. If you work, it works. So the Bling Bag is something that we heard at the Two Diamond Orientation by a senior leader in Texas, and can't even remember her name right now. I'm sorry. It's terrible. Cute little blonde. Oh well. She shared this with us, and I love it. And I'm a little slow getting it put together, but I have it together now. I'm starting off the year with it, and I'm so excited about it. So this is a little bit bigger than your normal like receipt folder. It's maybe an 8.5 by 4, and so hopefully you can kind of tell the size that it is. I didn't want a huge one, but I also didn't want a tiny one. You'll see that with this size, I can take a customer receipt, fold it in half, and stick it in here, and it's like the perfect height. So that's one of the reasons I really liked this size. This bag goes with you everywhere you go. This is something that you use to work your business in your nooks and crannies. That means if you are in the carpool line at school and you have 10 minutes before your kid's going to get in your car and you're just sitting there with the windows rolled down, you pull out your Bling Bag and you make phone calls. You work your business. If you're sitting at the practice, or there's a lot of wasted time in our days. If you're sitting in front of the couch watching your favorite TV show, you know, you probably DVR, but if you don't, mute the TV and the commercials and make a couple calls. Find areas in your business where you can work. But these are the categories, and you can do this however you want, but basically we've got one for bookings. So the front part here is my bookings. These are people who have scheduled a show with me, and they are on my calendar ready to go. I've got all their information right there, so I can make reminder calls and so forth, keep them excited. The next one is maybe later. That means somebody said, yeah, I'll do a jewelry show, I just don't know when, or I'll do one next summer, you know, something generic like that. Then they're in my maybe later folder, ready for me to contact them to get a date. The next one is prospects, and so this is either hostesses or customers who have shown me some sort of interest. Maybe I just think they'd be great, or maybe they've gone as far as marking on their survey that yes, they want information about the business. Now, I will tell you, if you are using your customer receipt forms for filing purposes, maybe you're doing the envelope system where you put all your receipts in an envelope together from every show and so forth, you can still do this. Basically, every customer receipt, we have 2 pink copies and then a white copy. What you'll do is you'll give the customer the back pink copy, and you'll keep the other 2 for yourself. You'll put the next pink copy in your envelope system for your taxes or your own filing system, however you're doing that. But the white copy is what you'll use for your running notes. That's what will go in your Bling Bag, and that's what you'll use to make notes on. And by notes, I mean I'm going to put on here, called Alicia on January the 4th, 2015, or left voicemail, or texted her a link to Misty's opportunity presentation video on YouTube, or sent Draper OP call or video. So it just gives you notes, a place to keep track so you know kind of where you were with that person when you pick these up. The next one is send a note. This can be maybe people that you need to send a note to, thanking them for having a jewelry show, or it could even be something like maybe you're friends with them on Facebook and you saw that their dog got run over, or a family member's sick, or they lost a grandparent or something like that. Send them a note. Send them a card of encouragement and let them know that you're thinking about them. And so that'd be a place that you could put those people. Or maybe you overheard at one of your shows a girl talking about she's been going back and forth to the hospital because somebody's sick. Put her form in there and make a little note on there. Send a card of encouragement, or telling her that you're thinking about her. Preferred customers is my next slot. That would be for anyone who has said that they want to be invited to sample sales or on my private Facebook page for hostesses and customers. The next one is reschedules. Yes, I have postponements and cancellations just like you. I promise, I do. These are people that were on my calendar and that for whatever reason life happened and they need a new date. And you know what? It is not their responsibility to call me to reschedule their jewelry show. It is my responsibility. It is my business to get them on the phone and get them rescheduled back in my books. So be sure you're taking responsibility for that. The next one says, owes me money. That's a fun one. Maybe a hostess still needs to pay you for her hostess order, or maybe an outside order you emailed an invoice to, you're tracking that, something like that. So that would be a place for you to keep up with that. The next 3, I love. This is my new system for keeping up with my customer care calls. So the next 3 little tabs are customer care number 1, customer care number 2, customer care number 3. And if you aren't familiar with the customer care calls, there's a training on the Draper website that Elizabeth Draper did. If you scroll through our Southern Jewels page, you will see it. I've posted it before as a challenge for y'all to watch and view, so it is somewhere on that timeline. But if you don't find it and you need access to the Draper's webpage, just inbox me, text me, and ask for it, and I will give you that information because it is huge. Y'all, it's the difference in having a sale or a loyal customer. It's the difference in having a hostess for a night or a hostess twice a year every year. It makes a huge, huge, huge impact on you becoming somebody's jewelry lady. Not just, oh, that girl from so-and-so's show. Okay, you become their personal jewelry lady. And so this process helps you build relationships with those people and sets you apart and has you give them excellent customer service. And so it will rock your world. It is not too late to ever start doing these. I did not do these adequately for the first 4 years of my business. Even though I heard about it probably my third year in business, I did not become very consistent with it. And so I think this is a great system. After every show, all the customers go under customer care call number 1. When I get those done, then they move to customer care call number 2 and wait for the appropriate time for me to do that. So I know whoever's in which category, what information they need. And again, I keep notes. Like everybody, for example, right now that's in customer care number 2, they're going to have a little note on here. I made customer care call number 1 on so-and-so date, and I left a voicemail, or I texted them, or I did this, or whatever. So I know when I've communicated with them last. There's some extra spots in there. You can do whatever you want to with them. Alright. What else? Hostess reminder cards. This is an idea that we actually borrowed from, found them. We borrowed this from Danielle Smith. If you do not know Danielle Smith, we love her and her husband Dave. Her husband Dave's actually a pediatrician. They're great, sweet people. They've got baby number 4 on the way. Danielle's full-time premier. Dave is actually backing off from his medical career to go full-time with her. So love that. They've got an awesome growing premier business. They went from like 2 diamond to 5 diamond in like a year and a half. So if that's any interest to you, they're pretty awesome. We spent dinner at their house. They had us over for dinner a few months ago and shared some ideas and tips with us. And I'm so thankful for them investing in us because they're in our sideline, whatever. They're not in our premier family. They don't really have any reason to help us other than just truly, genuinely caring about other people. So very thankful for that. So this is hers. I've actually made mine today, and I made them on Vistaprint. Hers is made on Vistaprint as well. And these are postcards. And you can see it's got a cute little picture of our family over here. And I'll hold it up there. I'm going to read it to you in just a second, so don't panic. But this is basically what it looks like. Mine looks pretty much the same, except there's a picture of my family. And I'll read you what it says. It says, "Thank you so much for scheduling a party with me on," and then it has a blank line. Take a Sharpie, write the date of their show. This is for your hostess. And then it says, "I can't wait to spoil you and your friends with Premier Designs jewelry. I'm looking forward to giving you all the tools you'll need to have a successful show. It is my goal to help you have the best home show experience possible and help you get hundreds of dollars in free jewelry. Feel free to consider me your personal jewelry lady. Thank you once again for allowing me the opportunity to share my passion for Premier with you and your friends. I can't wait to see you." And then it's got her information, phone number, and email, all that on there. The back just has her return address, and then it says, "I look forward to serving you." And then she has got a sweet Bible verse here of Philippians 2, 3, and 4. So a great idea. Like I said, we just ordered ours today, and I will be sending those out. This would be a great thing to keep in your bling bag. You could put it under, you could store them in the back if you wanted to, but I will probably, actually, when mine come in, I will store them under the send a note folder, and it will just basically be in there ready so that when I have a booking, I go ahead and pull out a card, put their date on it, address it, the next day it goes in the mail. And people love snail mail, and this is super cute. How relational for them to see a picture of you with your dogs, or you with your kids, or your hubby, or just a fun picture of you, whatever, but it makes it personal, so do that. Something else new coming your way this year you're going to see from us is welcome postcards. And I don't have one to show you because we just created them today, but those will be coming in the mail to us soon. And so basically, anytime someone is sponsored into our Southern Jewels family, they will receive a postcard in the mail from us, and it says, "You're going to shine," and on the back it has the Zechariah Bible verse that says they'll shine in the land like jewels in a crown, and it just has the little welcome thing for them, telling them how glad we are that they've joined our Premier family and that we're here for them, our contact information. We know God's going to do great things through their business, and just a little encouragement. So just know that everyone you sponsor 2015 is going to get one of those awesome postcards. I think that's it. I believe I've covered everything that I needed to cover again. And I hope you all just have a wonderful night, and we love you. Don't hesitate to call us if you need us. We're here. Hey, I'm an easy target right now. I can't even run away from you, so come see me. Love y'all. Have a great night.